Hey there, thanks for tuning into Duckbricks. I'm Chris and welcome to another early LEGO Minecraft review. This time we'll be taking a look at set number 21246, The Deep Dark Battle, featuring the main boss, the Warden, for the first time in LEGO brick form. This set was provided by the LEGO Ambassador Network, but all of the thoughts and opinions expressed in this review are my own. I am incredibly excited to take a look at this set because this is one of the largest Minecraft sets they're releasing for January 1st, 2023, and should definitely fit in with a lot of the other boss fight style sets they've done in the past. Looking at this set in particular, it's really cool because I can see a lot of open space to do battle with the Warden in, and especially compared to other Minecraft sets which really just focus on compact buildings, this is a breath of fresh air and giving you a lot of play area. So I can't wait to take a look at this. Let's jump right into the review of the Deep Dark Battle. Okay, so right here is set number 21246. This is the Deep Dark Battle. It retails for $65 or 65 euros and contains the Warden, one of the newest Minecraft bosses for the first time in LEGO form, as well as his entire brand new biome, again also for the first time in LEGO form, replicated, which is actually a really well-timed set because that update pretty much just recently released. This is a really fun battle set, which is one of the rarer Minecraft sets that we get nowadays that actually is focused around a location that you may actually see in the game, whereas a lot of the more recent Minecraft sets have been mostly focused around player-generated structures. This one is just built around an entire boss fight, and it's really cool to see that actually being replicated in LEGO format. Now, this set, surprisingly, despite it being this large, only has a few functions. The main function is that you can hide away the Warden like so maybe you're entering his domain, and once you trigger him to summon, you can twist this knob here. He will materialize at the top, and this is actually a really fun function to play around with. You can really kind of have him be popping up and down from this top mount here. Sure, if you do it too fast, he will just fall off because he only is actually adhered by just a couple of studs in the back. It's a very, very simple function, but it's one that works pretty well. We've seen a function like this before in stuff like the LEGO Atlantis, City of Atlantis set, where we saw the King of Atlantis rise up. It's almost the identical function except it's triggered by the side instead of the front, but it's just a really satisfying one that uses just two Technic beams to allow him to be raised and lowered. Of course, once the Warden is in play, he can just walk right down and start to attack the players, and the character itself is pretty posable. It's really nice to see just the amount of posability they managed to factor in with this particular character. So zooming in here, you can notice that he has waist articulation, so he can swivel his waist here. Each of the legs do pivot independently, so you can have him be walking or running towards the players. The head is mounted on a mixel ball joint, so you can have him be looking around in different directions. You can even move the antlers or ear-like kind of appendages on the sides here. And of course you can move his hands, so you can kind of have him in the standard blocky format, or if you want it in a more dynamic action pose, you can really splay these outwards and have him be doing some damage. Now, the set only has one more feature where either you have the Warden attacking it, or maybe it's just the TNT blowing it up, but you have this little structure here, which maybe you're trying to deal some damage to the Warden, trigger a TNT explosion. So if he's standing over here about to attack you, you can trigger the TNT and boom, this entire thing falls apart. So all these pillars here are really just not actually attached on studs whatsoever. They really are just using these kind of open concave pieces to just be balanced on top of the studs here. So they stay in place, which is nice, but obviously there's nothing actually adhering them, so they topple over very, very easily. It does make this a pain to transport because they will just keep on falling over, but you know, if you can get behind that, it is a fun play feature to have. This is of course just one solid thing. Just sits like that. You can see it's pretty wobbly, but you really do have to press here to trigger it. Just like that. It doesn't really fall apart accidentally, which is sometimes what happens when you have purposefully breakable parts of a structure. It does the job quite well for what it is, and I actually do like the way it was implemented because you actually also have some asymmetry built in. While each of the columns are the same, you can angle them differently, you can have some of them upside down and whatnot, which really does add to the feeling that this is something that has been sculpted out of this biome, and you can see it just comes together like that. It does also come with 2 different player characters. For a $65 set, I definitely would have preferred if they had even just one more character here, although these are nice new skins to get for LEGO Minecraft. Taking a look at the knight here first, he is clad in the brand new gunmetal gray armor for the netherite style of armor. He has the same printed shields that we've seen for a few years now, but he does have the gunmetal gray sword as well. Now, if you remove the armor piece here, he actually does have a brand new unique torso underneath. This is a brand new torso created for the character, and it's almost kind of a shame that it's covered up completely by the armor piece because you end up just not really seeing it whatsoever. Still, this is a suitably armored up character to be able to face such a menacing boss like the Warden, and I think it's really cool that they were able to incorporate this sort of armored up character in a set, right down to the gunmetal gray legs. The other character is a little bit less armored, but maybe this is supposed to be more of a ranged character, so she has an enchanted crossbow here, which is a nice mold of the crossbow now in purple for the enchantment, which we have seen before, but it's cool to get that. What is new for 2023, however, is the hoe for the first time in LEGO Minecraft form. Don't really know how much use that is going to be as a weapon, but hey, it's really cool to see something like it being included. It is just in the enchanted color, although most hoes that people make in Minecraft are going to be enchanted at some point or another, so very cool to see this brand new mold being introduced for 2023, and yeah, it's about time. I don't know why it took them so long to make this, maybe because it's more of a gardening tool and not a combat tool, but I'm very happy that we finally have the LEGO Minecraft hoe element. Moving onwards though to the rest of the build, this provides a pretty fun open environment to do battle with the Warden, and honestly, there's not a lot going on here. Despite the size of the set, most of it is just a large open space to play around with your figures. So you can have the Warden be charging through here and be fighting characters in here, and there is ample space to pose characters if you want to get them in some sort of a massive battle. This is a really fun way of doing it because you do have lots of places where you can stand up the characters and really have them in some sort of a battle pose. So lots of cool things that you can do here. Unfortunately, that also means that there are not a lot of extra functions here. Really, the only functions you see are the one to raise and lower the Warden, which really is only useful at the start of a battle, and then of course this collapsible tower here, which is a fun function to get but is pretty flimsy. Of course, once the Warden is defeated and he kind of perishes there, you can claim some of the treasures hidden inside. So you've got a treasure chest here, which just contains a potion bottle and a couple of bones. So I guess that's pretty realistic to what you would find. You also have a brand new mold being introduced for LEGO Minecraft. Now, this mold is actually being used for some of the shulker box type things in the end. This is specifically what the mold looks like. It's a really interesting type of piece here that is kind of unlike anything that LEGO has done before, with a single stud in the middle. I think I'm very excited, at least, to see what sorts of applications folks will come up with to create new stuff with this particular piece, because it is a very unorthodox shape, and I'm curious to see what other pieces LEGO may make that fit in conjunction with it. Of course, these particular pieces do have a brand new printed tile here, so this is a new printed tile, as well as every single decal you see in the set is printed, which does make it feel a little bit more deluxe. Minecraft sets always have printed characters, but like for the Warden here, for instance, this is a print, and these two are the same print as well. So it's really cool to see that level of detail being introduced for a set like this. Now, in terms of the rest of the detail, a lot of the minute detail of the set is made up of the stacking of just one by one tiles and curved elements. Moving our way to the ground here and removing one of the minifigures, you can actually see that there has been a lot of attention to detail in terms of layering each of these individual different pieces of terrain to really make it feel like you are in a completely different biome. It did get a little bit repetitive as a build, just stacking these teal and light blue dots and sometimes dark blue one by one round tiles alongside these curved kind of quarter panels here, but it definitely does add a lot to the look and feel, and it really does feel like moss or kind of lichens or something growing alongside the floor of the cavern, which is a very interesting detail to have. One thing that I really like about this boss battle arenas type setup is the amount of candles that you can see here. So you can see that you've got some soul flame here from kind of the nether type of stuff, but then you also have these standard candles, and there are a lot of them. In fact, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different candles really adds to the spooky-like vibe of summoning this type of creature or having this creature come to you. So that is a really cool addition to see here. I really do like the type of vibe that it gives off. It's a very creepy look and feel for this type of environment. And then of course you have the soul torches here. You've got all sorts of different details. This, now, my apologies, I've not played the game in a long time, so I don't quite recognize exactly what this is supposed to represent. It is using some of the 1x1 Technic pieces with blocks on the axles there to kind of form this circular structure. Now, it doesn't have a play feature as far as I can tell. At first when I was building it, I thought this was some sort of a contraption, but no, it's just kind of there. Now, my apologies, I have not gotten a chance to play Minecraft in actually quite a few years now, so I did not get a chance to play against the Warden. Maybe this is something that appears every time he appears. I just don't really have that knowledge myself, but it's still an interesting type of structure to have here. And it's so specific that I feel like folks in the comments are going to tell me, oh, it's this thing that appears whenever you fight the Warden or whatnot. So do go let me know in the comments below, because I'm sure that folks who actually play Minecraft regularly know exactly what this is supposed to be. But with that, I think we've honestly kind of taken a look at pretty much everything there is to see here, and despite, again, the larger size and price point of this set, there isn't a lot of stuff going on here. It's mostly just a flat environment, and there is a lot of detail on the ground itself, but it mostly is just a flat platform, and you do have this kind of pyramid-like structure to summon the Warden, but a lot of this is just set up for play, and there's nothing bad about that. It's just interesting how this is primarily a play-focused set. Now, talking a little bit about value. This set retails for $65 US or 65 euros, and is it worth the price? That's a tough one, because on the one hand, it's really cool to see the Warden in brick-built form. Even though I don't play Minecraft anymore, I still sometimes watch like Let's Plays, and I do still follow up on the news, so when I first saw the Warden being revealed as a new boss, I was really excited to finally get it in LEGO form, and it's happened a lot sooner than anticipated, which is very cool. But I can't help but feel that for $65, maybe something was missing from the set. Now that something may have just been the addition of one more figure. You may have wanted to put together some sort of a fighting party to fight the Warden, maybe just a third figure that you could maybe put here or something like that, just to even the odds a little bit and make the battle a little bit more fair against this colossal foe, because for $65, only 2 minifigures is a little bit of a disappointment. That being said, the Warden easily counts as even more than a minifigure in my opinion. It is really cool to get this character in Minecraft form, and it does really set the stage for a very atmospheric battle. Despite these simple building techniques overall, there's a lot of surprisingly hidden amounts of detail here with just the patterns on the floorboards, and you can see all sorts of different colorations in the ground, and of course you have all the candles scattered throughout and the lanterns. All of this feels very atmospheric, almost like you're seeing a cinematic of some sort of a battle taking place. And that's one of my favorite things about the set, is that it really does feel like you're in-game fighting the Warden. And so in terms of value, I'd say maybe 60 would have been great, but I don't even think I would have gone that much below 60. Honestly, this set would have been perfect value if they just included one more figure. But it is what it is. It is still one of the better looking Minecraft sets in a long time, and one of the most engaging boss battle fights yet. I even think it's a little bit more engaging than stuff like the Ender Dragon sets, because that was a lot of open space, but you do have a dragon flying around with the towers. This is a lot of open space, but you have a physical opponent who can jump around, who can climb up the stairs here, who can run around in the center corridor and knock over the figures and knock over the tower, of course. Lots and lots of stuff that you can do here for really engaging play, and that's what Minecraft is all about. And so with that, we've summed up this review, and I'm quite excited to take a look at some of the future LEGO Minecraft sets. Stay tuned, because there will be a video combining every single 2023 LEGO Minecraft set, and eventually a video combining every single Minecraft set. I believe I do own them all now, so I can put together that video the moment I have time, so do stay tuned to the channel for that if you want to see more Minecraft stuff. And let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions on future LEGO Minecraft related videos as well. Okay, so with that, we've summed up our review of the Deep Dark Battle, one of the LEGO Minecraft January 1st, 2023 sets. Let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of this model? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Will you be picking this up on January 1st, 2023 in a couple of days? And if so, let me know in the comments why or why not. I hope you've been enjoying these early Minecraft reviews. This is the final early Minecraft review we have, but do stay tuned, because on January 1st, I will be going out and purchasing all of the other Minecraft sets that come out. So so we can combine them all and showcase every single one of the Minecraft 2023 sets all at once, and hopefully in the future, once I have time, a showcase of every single Minecraft set ever made in one massive diorama, because we've got them all on the shelves right here. They are ready and waiting for a massive video showcase, so do stay tuned for that. I hope you enjoy these videos, and thank you all so much for tuning into Duckbricks. Stay tuned for even more LEGO news, reviews, discussion, and analyses coming your way very soon, and bye for now.